Hey guys, this is our mic check. If you can see us, if you can hear us, give us a thumbs up. We'll get started in about a minute.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us, and as this plays back, to be sure that you get all the information you can from this broadcast and keep up with what's going on in the county. So we just thank you for joining us today. We have several people that will be speaking today, and if there's something that you would like to know, something that you have questions about, please email us at info@dadcounty-ga.gov. Thanks for coming into the right place for the right information, because you're going to get it right here. Our guest today, we have Stacy Stevens with our Parks and Recreation Director. He's going to be talking about some things that are coming up down there that I'm sure a lot of our 18 and overs will be interested in. We have Atticus, who needs no last name and no introduction, be speaking to us about the census. I don't think we can stress that enough, how important it is that you get your census back in. I know it's been a crazy year. Then we have Georgeanne Jones from the Dade County Library. We have Mayor slash EMA Director slash 911 guy slash storm. He's got a bunch of hats. Alex Case will be speaking to us about some of the things that are going on with the storm shelters, that kind of thing. I am not Executive Rumley. It's a good thing that he's not here, and I'll explain that. This was the normal Northwest Georgia Regional Commission Day, and this would be the first day since probably March or early April that they have had a face-to-face meeting in that. So it means that we're getting back, hopefully, to some semblance of normal with this COVID thing going on and being able to do that. If you know someone who'd be interested in hearing from any of our guests, and again, that's Stacy Stevens with the Park, Atticus Anderson, that'll be speaking about his mother, Carey, about the census, Georgeanne Jones of the library, or Alex Case, then today go ahead and invite them to watch and this live broadcast if we mention anything they'll be interested in. So we're going to go right ahead now and let Stacy come up and talk about our parks and what's going on down there.
Hello, I'm Stacy Stevens. I'm Park and Rec Director for Dade County, Georgia. I just want to give a little summary of what we've got going on and what has happened at the park lately. Our baseball and spring soccer were canceled because of the COVID thing back in March. And then on April the 12th, we had a tornado, EF1 tornado come through and did a lot of damage at the park. We had 7 of our block dugouts that had to be tore down and rebuilt, and we had 10 dugout roofs that we had to have rebuilt, as well as several hundred feet of our fencing, and 3 of our big backstops had to be rebuilt. So everything's been a little slow except for the grass. The grass has been growing like crazy with all this rain. But as of now, the fall soccer has started back up. They've already done their sign-ups, and kids are starting to practice, as well as our football. Our rec football has started up. And I've been contacted about co-ed softball, which they will be able to play this fall. If anyone would like to have any information on that, please give me a call. And this Sunday, we are starting an 18 and over wood bat baseball league down there. I had a gentleman from Chattanooga contact me, and they were needing a park with big enough fields, and our park met the criteria. So we've got everything together for them. They're going to be playing on 2 of our big fields this Sunday. There will be 2 double headers starting at 12 o'clock. These gentlemen are 18 and over. They're from Chattanooga area. I think one player is going to be here from the county, and we've got some from down next to Atlanta, some Middle Tennessee, and several places coming together. But hopefully we're going to be able to have a few fall fast pitch softball tournaments as soon as we get some more of our little fields put back together. But if anybody would like any information on any of this, or if you have any questions, please give me a call at 423-290-8415. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Atticus Anderson, and I'm a 5th grader at Dade Elementary School, and I'm here to ask you to make Dade count by filling out the census. If you're wondering why a 5th grader is asking you to fill out the census, it's because it's important to me and the future generations of Dade County. In 10 years, I'll be 21. I'll be able to drive, I might be in college, I might even be enrolled at the lineman school. Heck, who knows? I might be engaged or maybe married with a kid on the way. I don't know. Anyway, the census is only done every 10 years. So, what you adults do right now directly impacts my future and all the other kids of Dade County, including your children, grandchildren, nieces, and nephews. Here are some of the ways that the census will help me and you. Census money helps build roads and bridges, pay for grants for teachers, with emergency supplies and funding in case of disasters like tornadoes or an outbreak of COVID. The school breakfast program, Medicare, unemployment insurance, community development grants, and more. If you want to learn more about the census or fill it out yourself, just go to www.my2020census.gov or call 1-844-330-2020. Thank you for your time.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Georgeanne Jones, and I'm a library assistant at the Dade County Library. I've been there for a couple of years, and I'm here to tell you that we are open. We reopened at the beginning of May. We have slightly different hours than those that we had pre-coronavirus. So we're open on Tuesdays from 10 to 6, Thursdays and Fridays from 10 to 6, and Saturdays from 10 to 2. And I also want to assure you that we are making our building as safe as possible for everybody coming in. The staff are wearing masks. We have sneeze guards. We're sanitizing on a regular basis, and we're making sure that we're practicing social distancing as well. So I also have a couple of announcements to make. We are going to be going back to our pre-coronavirus hours beginning September 1st. So we'll be open Tuesdays from 10 to 7, Wednesdays from 10 to 5, Thursdays from 10 to 6, Fridays from 10 to 4, and Saturdays from 10 to 2. So that's some good news because I know some of you have been looking for some additional hours. And I also have some additional excellent news. 2 weeks from today, on September 3rd, we're going to be resuming our Ready to Read program. We're going to be doing it a little bit differently, so please pay attention, and if there's anything that you missed, you can always give us a call. Because of social distancing, we're going to be limiting the number of people that can participate in our Ready to Read. Because we're limiting the number of people, we also are going to be asking everybody to pre-register. We're going to be having 2 in-person sessions each Thursday. The first one's going to be at 10:30, and then we're going to have another one at 1 p.m. on the same day. And we're also going to be having virtual classes that are available on our Facebook page. In all cases, whether you attend the classes in person or whether you want to do the virtual class, you're going to have to pre-register in order to get your make and take craft kits. So that's good news. You can visit our Facebook page or our Instagram page to get more information. Or you can call us at 706-657-7857. So little by little, we're getting back to where we used to be. And I'm really happy that we're expanding our hours and that we're also bringing back the Ready to Read. Look forward to seeing you at the library. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alex Case, Director of Dade County Emergency Services and also the mayor here for the city. We spoke a few weeks ago about our CARES Act funding, and we are constantly still working with that and have made our submittal of part of the 30% requirements up to the state office for the city of Trenton and for Dade County. Both clerks and deputy clerks and all has helped me. Carey has also been in there helping me as well around other duties that we're still doing to try to get this information in to get approval. We are continually purchasing equipment for the sanitation of our facilities, including the library, the 4-H building, every public building in Dade County that we touch, that we're constantly getting stuff in. We made quite a few orders in this week, so we're constantly looking and finding better prices and getting things that will be better for us, that we can also get reimbursement back from CARES funding, the federal declaration that we're also approved for, that we're working on as well. We also got a lot of stuff going on. I got a lot of folks helping, so again, being a very small part of the team, I appreciate everybody's help when we come in there and something comes up and we ask for help to find this. Everybody's jumping in, hands and feet to help on top of their other duties. So kudos for that, and we're doing the best to make sure that our public safety is safe. Fire, EMS, and Sheriff's Office and City Police, as they are out every day with this, as they go out and protect life and property. One of the things that was mentioned today is we've been approved. We started back in 2016 on some storm damage that we had in our county, and we were able to apply for a mitigation grant, mitigate an issue that we would like to help to support our community in the future. Dade County was awarded nearly $1.2 million to build 3 community safe rooms for tornadoes. And one of them will be at the sports complex, where Stacy and all the fields are. The other one will be at the South Dade Community Center, and the other one will be at the Davis School Road, close to the school there, almost by the Trailblazers Saddle Club. It's going to be in that area. This is an 85% match from federal and state and a 15% match by Dade County. And what in kind, we're going to be doing all the site work prep for this, so the in kind that our public works, or we'll sub with contractors to get some of that stuff done. So that RFP was released last week. We had a pre-bid meeting today with a few contractors, and that is happening, and we will have information to bring back to the commission of where that stands, and also submit that pricing back into GEMA to get approval to go on with the project. So we've got a lot working in emergency management and emergency services. Just can't help enough that, day-to-day operations still continue. Our 911 dispatchers still taking, around, as Commissioner Lowry mentioned last month, how busy they are. We're handling around 144 calls a day. That's an average. Our average has went way up due to the more sickness that we see. There's times that when we have a possible COVID-related medical call, it takes longer for sometimes the ambulance to be held at the hospital if they're busy. We're hearing constantly that the hospitals are getting backed up. We have to divert to different hospitals to make things easier. If we do have a possible case, it means we have to decon the ambulance twice as long as we did. So that time span when we don't have an ambulance gets us nervous, and we're seeing more and more of that. I'd like to appreciate the Dade County EMS part-time paramedics and EMTs that are taking that on call, and when we send information out to say, hey, we need some coverage, because our goal is to make sure that we have an ambulance here in case somebody calls to get hurt. So that's some of the headaches and the worries that we deal with. Again, I'm a very small part of the whole operation here. Just glad for the leadership and work that all the dispatchers, our volunteer firemen and rescue, when you see those folks out, and then our sheriff's office, our police officers. I mean, all of our works inside the divisions of the county are working differently to get things better. We've also got some other sanitation supplies coming to make it easier for you as you enter our buildings. We're getting pretty excited about that. Again, this is where some of the CARES funding is coming to help us. It'd be some type of permanent solution for better sanitation. So again, we're working hard, some long days and sometimes some long evenings. We're under some timelines right now. We've got to have this first round of CARES funds submitted by September 1, and our goal is to have it finished by mid next week. We've already got the first round submitted up, and we're just waiting approval to submit the other, and everything's ready to go. So thanks to all the clerks and secretaries and everybody helping us do this. So please, and Mr. Atticus, is very, very right. I was at the same meeting this morning with Commissioner Rumley. He had an earlier meeting, and he also had a later meeting, so I had to come back for the pre-bid today. But again, our Northwest Georgia Regional Commission that I attend as the mayor and he attends as the county executive, and all counties and cities within the region there are worried about the census. Everybody's percentages is way down, and part of the funding that we received for this CARES Act was based on our census numbers that it was currently at that time to determine our amount of money. They've added another month on to the people that can go out door to door if their address has not been completed yet, based on the information that we worked with them back a few years ago with the Regional Commission. And a lot of people say, well, why can't we advertise to get businesses in for this, or certain chain restaurants or other things like that? And that's one of the things that we're constantly calling about. You've heard us talk about the Fred's building. We've been working with that owner of that building, trying to enlist other businesses to come in. That's one thing they look at is our census. And a few that we've looked at said we're too small. So looking for the square foot of the buildings with a drive-through. So that's something, that we're currently working on, and we do all the time for any business. We mentioned all the little buildings that we have here. We're always working to hope that somebody can come in and help. But please take that 3 minutes, 10 questions, either by phone, go online. We're going to start having some dates where we're going to be at some the grocery stores. We'll have our emergency backup or mobile command bus there that have internet, air conditioner. You can come in, sit down. We'll have laptops for you to do it, or we'll help you do it, that we really need this help. One of the concerns that we had today in our meeting is that are we going to get any leeway towards if we don't meet the full 100% or more? And we're not seeing that we will. So a lot of us are worried. It's just not here, but we are a little above the average here, thanks to the hard work of the group that Carey's working with and all those volunteers for the census. And just please continue to tell your friends and family, take a few minutes and help them. So thank you. Again, if you have any questions, info@dadecounty-ga.gov, and it'll get to the right person, and we'll be glad to help you.
I do have a few reminders for everybody before we go into the COVID numbers, and after the COVID numbers, I'm going to ask Commissioner Robert Goff, who's our vice chair, to talk to you a little bit about the Lookout Lake Dam project and answer any questions that you have. We'll do our question and answer session at the end as usual. So a couple of reminders. We do have a dislocated worker grant going on. It is for people who have lost their jobs due to COVID-19. You may be eligible for a job at the county. For more information about that, please call the county office at 706-657-4625 and speak with Paula Stallings about that. Also, a reminder, the Department of Driver Services will be here next Monday, August the 24th. They are asking that you call ahead to make an appointment. They did have a hiccup with their appointment setting online setting program. I think that is worked out now. So you can go online at dds.georgia.gov, or we did include that in the link earlier, so you can, or in our comments, so you can just go onto our website using that link and make an appointment. You can also call 678-413-8400 to make an appointment. We are, again, asking that you do the census. In some of our shops and stores, you may see something that looks like this, and this little thing down here is called a QR code. You can scan that with your phone, and it will take you directly to the website to fill out your census, or you can call 1-844-330-2020 to complete your census. Also, a reminder, the Tri-State Food Pantry will be giving out food tomorrow between 3 and 5. That's at Sand Mountain United. That's behind Sand Mountain United Methodist Church. If you have any questions, you can contact Rose Powell at 423-316-0384. Again, you can contact Rose Powell at 423-316-0384. In the past, it was only for people in Georgia. Due to COVID, they did for a while give food to people in Alabama and Georgia. So if you have questions, please call Rose Powell. Also, we still do have COVID testing going on at our local Department of Public Health right downstairs of the administration building. That testing can be done Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. So we've had a little bit of discussion about COVID numbers today. Some people were really getting worried. The Georgia Department of Public Health changed their website and their formatting for how they're reporting the numbers. So in some places it was saying that there were 297 cases in Dade County, and other places it was 165. So I want to tell you why those two sets of numbers are running around and explain to you why they changed the way that they're doing it. So there are only 165 cases currently in Dade County. So the way that works, and that's from the beginning of COVID until right now, 165 cases. 11 of those were antibody tests that were never taken out. If you want to know what Dade County is up by over the last 2 weeks, it's up by 46 cases in the last 2 weeks. And we did expect a spike after schools open, so please continue to social distance, wear your mask in public, and wash your hands. So if you're wondering where that 297 came from, the Georgia Department of Public Health decided to start reporting cases per 100,000 people. And if you're saying, why are they doing that? Doesn't make any sense to me. Just so you know, we have about 16,000, a little over 16,000 people in Dade County. According to the Department of Public Health's website, we have 16,800. According to the Census Bureau, we have 16,166. So it just depends on who you ask. But you're saying, why do we need to know how many people we would have per 100,000? And it just makes it easier for statisticians and people, groups like the CDC, Johns Hopkins, other data compiling groups, to see where the outbreak areas are, as though every community had 100,000 people. So it makes it a little bit easier for them. So it just makes it easier for comparisons. So I'm going to read these numbers to you. I'll read you the real numbers, and then I'll read you the numbers per 100,000. If you have any questions about this, you can call the Department of Public Health, or you can give me a call. I did quite a bit of research on it, trying to understand it myself. I'll be glad to walk you through it. My number is 423-290-6655. So here are the numbers of confirmed cases. Georgia has 243,982 confirmed cases. That's up from 226,153 last week. Dade County has 165, which is up from 46 cases over the last 2 weeks, and 297 cases per 100,000 people. Walker County has 847 current cases, and 319 over the last 2 weeks per 100,000 people. Catoosa County has 738, which is up from 677 last week. Chattooga up from 302 to 388. Whitfield County is up from 3,621 to 3,771. Gordon is up from 1,264 to 1,380. Floyd County is at 1,871, which is up from 1,648. So now let me read those as per 100,000 cases, so you can see how Dade County is doing in comparison with the surrounding counties. So per 100,000 people, Dade County has 297 cases per 100,000. Walker has 319 per 100,000. Catoosa is looking really good at 214 per 100,000. Chattooga is at 690 per 100,000. Whitfield is at 411 per 100,000. Gordon at 444 per 100,000. And Floyd at 489 per 100,000. There are 2,766 cases in unknown counties. The deaths in Georgia are up to 4,849, up from 4,456. There are 22,664 hospitalizations. And here is what I really like to look at. Since yesterday in the state of Georgia, we've had 2,391 cases, 56 deaths, and 235 hospitalizations. Believe it or not, those numbers have been going down a little bit every day. So the number of deaths, the number of hospitalizations. So we are in a downward trend in the state of Georgia, which is great when you look at that. Tennessee has 137,800 confirmed cases. Hamilton County, 8,180. Marion, 338. Grundy, 159. Sequatchie, 158. Meigs, 152. Bradley County, 2,689. Hospitalized in the state of Tennessee are 6,069. That's up 88 from yesterday. With 1,452 deaths, that's up 26 from yesterday. In Alabama, they have 107,483 confirmed cases. Jackson County is up from 1,079 to 1,170. DeKalb is up from 1,866 to 1,951. So remember, these numbers sound really big, but you have to think we've been going since March. So this is cumulative. So when you hear all those numbers and they sound really big, just remember we're going on months and months of data now. If you have any questions about COVID-19 or these numbers, because like I said, it's a little confusing now the way the website is, the Georgia Department of Public Health's website is. It's easy once you figure it out. If you have questions, don't just sit around and wonder. Give us a call, and I'll be glad to walk you through it. Again, you can give me a call at 423-290-6655. We're going to round out our weekly update today. Again with Commissioner and Vice Chair Robert Goff, who will talk to us about Lookout Lake Dam and take any questions that we have.
Thank you, Carey. I have not been out to the lake today. I was there a couple of days ago, and the siphon pipes were going in. There's 4 8-inch siphon pipes that are going in to that. Of course, they will be buried and come under the dam, and also the steel was going to be delivered the next day to start building the framing for the, well, I guess what used to be our 2 big tiles is now going to be a big concrete thing through the dam, and that's going to be taking place in the next probably couple of weeks. So it is on schedule to be finished, and if you went out, you know, and everybody doesn't even know, it was surprising to me, I think week before last, somebody asked, well, where is that dam, or where is that lake? It is on Lookout Mountain. It's at the junction of 157, or is that 189, there where the Canyon Grill and the new Dollar General store just across the road. Larry Moore's Lake, a lot of people would know it as that. If you did go by there and look at it today, or look at it in the last couple of weeks, you would think, I can't believe they did that. But you've got to remember, the lake had to be lowered to be able to do all the work that's got to be done. Once that work is done, depending on the rain feed and whatever else feeds that lake as it begins to fill back up, it's not going to be what you see today. It's not even going to be close. It's going to be much closer to what was there before we started. So if you drive out that way and look at it, the work is ongoing, and it is a lot of engineering. It's not as simple as putting more dirt back in the hole that was knocked out. It has to be done according to the state dams people. Also on County Road 6, some have asked about that. County Road 6 is a little known road to anybody except those who live on Sand Mountain. If you're going up Sand Mountain at the second horseshoe curve, rather than taking the curve to the left and going up to Magby Gap, it's that little what we'd call a shortcut that's just probably not 3 or 4/10 of a mile, if that much, on up to 301 going toward Davis School, or turning left or right and going back toward New Home. So that was not underway at this time, but we are about to begin that probably. Hopefully we can wait till the dam project is done on the mountain and be able to do that. So those are just some things that are going on of interest to the county, and we'll list now if there's any questions. Carey? There are no questions. We thank you again, and if you want to go back and watch this, you can go to the YouTube. You can go to our Facebook page and be able to see this. If you have any questions or want to recall the numbers, I know Georgeanne gave a lot of hours and things, and we've talked about a lot of numbers, so you can go back and find that. And again, thank you for listening, and thank you for all you do as citizens of Dade County. Get your census in. Thank you.